Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everybody out there in podcast land. And thank you for joining us on another episode of Who You With? Simple as that. That's the name of the show. That's what we talk about. Who you with? You caught my last episode, which was yesterday before the game. It was real simple. A lot of you snakes don't know who you with. Speaking out to the Raven fans now when I say this. Good morning, Miss Engineer.
Good morning, baby.
Good morning, co-host.
Good morning, baby.
Good morning to my lovely wife.
Good morning.
Good morning, Cookie. Cookie wants to be part of everything. Anyhow, stop. Anyway, let's talk about what we're talking about, the elephant in the room.
You cut off. What? Excuse me for 1 second, baby. You need to be in the center. You cut off.
Okay.
There you go.
Talking to my crazy dog.
Mhm.
Crazy as can be. I don't want to say my wife's name. If I say that, then she'll gonna run upstairs and she's gonna know she's in trouble. Right now, she's just down there running around in the man cave doing her thing. But anyway, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Elephant in the room. Drum roll, please. A lot of people got that ass whipped yesterday.
Yes, indeed. It was
It was up.
upset Sunday.
You feel me? You know what I mean? Michael Singletary, shout out to him. Yeah, somebody asked me, say, you said a lot about Michael Singletary. I'm affiliated with Michael Singletary. He's my friend. I'm with him. Tomorrow's Tuesday. We drinking buddies. Tomorrow we go out and drink. You know what I mean? That's our thing. You get what I'm saying? We coach together. We umpire together. We do a lot of sporting events together. You see me in them fancy seats at the stadium and stuff like that. Michael Singletary takes me to those games. See us up in the skybox and stuff like that. Michael Singletary does that. Yeah, sports is his thing. It's also the major out of all the racetracks in the state of Maryland. Got a prestigious job and position, regular guy, and we know him as being an advocate for what's the word I would use, baby? Person that's giving your sons, my sons. We don't believe in the word step. Steps are something you walk on, right?
Absolutely.
Gave our kids a little job. They was fresh out of high school and stuff like that. They've been there 3-4 years now.
Yeah.
They work a chemical racetrack and them racetracks and stuff. I don't know what they make. I don't guess they get the biggest dollar in town. But we do know this, see. They both got their own damn car. They both got their own damn apartment. And guess what? Whatever it is, well, they ain't on our insurance no more.
Right.
So whatever it is, when Michael Singletary and that racetrack is done, they got their own insurance benefits. You know, they still beg us for co-pays.
Yeah, electronic begging. That's what Cash App is.
What's going on? Is that Cookie up there or is that the door?
That's the wind. It's so windy outside. Sound like the house about to blow away.
Okay. Well, we'll laugh about that later on. My wife, her about that podcast will make you laugh. My wife is over there intimidated with the wind. She done got so bougie now she live in Randallstown. She's straight off north and Fulton. Spent her teenage years on Park Heights. And now she said the wind's scary. You feel me? That's just funny, y'all. I say that because that's how old we are. My wife older than me. I'm 64. Wife 46. She's older than me. She on some sit back, chill, relax. Like what you got on, babe? What outfit you got on today? What's your shirt say?
I got my Harriet Tubman shirt on today.
My Harriet Tubman on. My wife is so funny. Look, got her earrings on. You know, she always got some jewelry and stuff like that on. And this is a shout out to you, Diane Coop. Boy, Inky used to always say, Diane, get dressed and sit on the sofa. Get up, put her clothes on, put a whole outfit on and stuff like that. I say, where you going? Nowhere. Sit right down on the sofa.
Me too, Di. Me too.
My wife knows she ain't going nowhere. Know that she don't feel like going out or nothing like that. But she get up, wash that ass, and put her clothes on every day.
That's right, as you should. Stay in your routine. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready.
Yeah, that's why I asked about this shirt. Okay, let me see. Some things are always the same, and some things can change. So let me segue into what I'm talking about. I'm used to my wife and always being at her attire, always trying to look good. Yeah, my second dad, Mr. Tate. Yeah, hey, D, what's happening, Captain? That's what's up. Hey, listen, I love you, baby. Hey, listen, let me tell you something that's funny. Nobody out there in podcast land that plays these sports pools, these sports, what we call them, when we have them on at the job, what do they call?
Pools.
Pools, yeah, I call them pools. Sports pools. Nobody out there that plays in these sports pools won yesterday. And if you won by default. You won because somebody else had so many of them wrong that you had less wrong than the next person.
Right.
In the world, nobody picked them. Who picked the Steelers to tie? I asked somebody, did the Steelers play yesterday? They said, no. I said, the Steelers played yesterday. They said, no, they didn't. I said, come on, Jack. Let me look at the thing. And I looked at them, I said, yeah, they played, they tied. He said, that means they didn't play. To go tie with the team in last place. I say what people want to say, but don't say. Hey, Sheree, how you doing, baby? From the neighborhood. Good morning.
Let me tell you something. They tied with the team that halfway through the season haven't won one game. The Lions, whose record is 0-8-1.
And won. As far as they're concerned, they won. They beat the Steelers because a tie is lovely right. Too. Sherry claim to fame to me. I've been knowing her all her life. You know what I mean? She's if you're from West Baltimore, her big brother Sterling was the leader of the Cycle Lords Motorcycle King. So everybody knew him. You know what I mean? We knew Bobby because first of all, the Sterling and Bobby, thank you for your service. Rest in peace, both of y'all. Both vets gave their time and stuff to the military. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
We know Sherry. Thank you. Yeah, we know Sherry and James Mosier, Cherie. We call her Sherry, but I don't know exactly which one is her name because her name is Sherry. But that's when I look at the spelling of it, and maybe I've been saying it wrong for 50 years because she's younger than I. But we at James Mosier know him. When I first started to put together James Mosier's T-ball over there, James Mosier, oldest surviving black little league in the country. That's where we're from. Sherry was the first person to support that T-ball organization. The first person to put her money up, and after she paid her money for her thing, her first donation was an extra $5 to the league. Hands up, hands up, hands up. Sherry, when I said that's what I wanted to get done, she did it. And after she did it, we had to, we were still getting money. She paid it forward with an extra $5. Remember, she put up an extra $5, an extra buck or something like that, like everybody did. She said, here's this what it is, and here's extra $5 for whatever you're doing, Mr. Tate. I want to support yourself. Great deal. Anyway, nobody was prepared for these games. Let's get into these games. Let me tell you some scores. Let me see, wait a minute, baby. Let me see where we at. This is so fun. This is so fun. I'll read you. And the Greek won't be with us today on his way out of town, Daryl. But let me tell you something. Here's how we start. Let's start from the top. Who would have picked the Dolphins to beat the Ravens 22-10?
Not one person.
One loss in your football pool.
Not
That's one
one.
loss you got.
Not one
Next
person.
game.
And that was just horribly. And I'm the Raven. I guess I gotta be the number 2 fan if you number 1, baby. But let's just stop there for a minute and say that was just a horribly played football game. There's nothing else that you can say about that. They from start to finish, that just was a bad game. Everybody seemed to be off their square, and the Dolphins did their job in making them pay for it. So all we can say is that's what it is.
Bilal told us something that was real simple. I came up making excuses to him. Tony from the neighborhood of Westball, Miss Muslim's name is Bilal. I got it right now, honestly.
Bilal, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey girl.
Once again, I think about this. He said something that was heavy. I said, man, they got up there, man. The refs making bad calls and stuff like that. Man, look at that terrible field. The footing is bad. You know what I mean? Tucker missed the field goal. He hit about 56 out of 57, something crazy. He missed the field goal, 40-some yarder, which he make with his eyes closed. That's how bad the field was, this and that. And the boy said, Party, whenever you finish with that bullshit, well, I said, let's call it what it was. Your team stunk the place up Thursday.
They did.
You stunk the place up. That's it. That's all. Shout out Michael Singletary again. If I keep saying his name, he told me, pulled me up, said, Party, what did you say? Any given Sunday.
Any given Sunday, any given Thursday, any given Monday.
Any given Thursday. Anybody can beat you. We don't have a monopoly on efficiency in sports. It's just not normal. It's not going to happen. You can't think that that's going to be what you putting. What my father used to say, what you hanging your head on.
Be still.
I'm trying to straighten the thing up. I don't care about that.
It's distracting. Be still and talk. I say what people want to say, but don't say it. Everybody that's out there watching was thinking the same thing. Be still. So, as your wife, it's my job to say that. Be still.
Everybody out there, over there in Central Booking, everybody that's out there in podcast land know that was a close one right there.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know the old me would have been on my way up those steps right now with the back of my hand.
Mm-hmm.
All y'all know that.
Yeah,
see what I'm saying? Right. Everybody out there, here's the next thing. Don't get you old mouthy wife that always has something to say. Get you somebody broke that ain't got no money that's dormant and you have to have you in your life. Hey, right. Mike, you said, man.
I know, Mike. I know you laughing, Mike. I know that you wanted to type in there and be still. I just said, I just saved you the trouble. That's what friends are for.
Hey, y'all, before we go past this, I got the worst problem in my house going on. To all you lucky men out there with them broke women that's obedient and do whatever you have to say, hats off to y'all, and I salute you. But ain't nothing worse than a woman that got her own damn money. It's not worse than having a wife with her own money because she talks slick out her mouth to me. You know what I mean? Back in the day, if I was in charge, she had to do whatever I said. But because she could go on to life without me, I guess I better shut up. But anyway, now that I'm situated.
Hey, Karen.
You know what I mean? Hey, Karen. Hey, Karen, back in the day, the way she talking to me right now, that'd have been it. I'd have been done. Sure, you know me when I was young. She couldn't have came off all slick like that to me. But now, you know what I mean? Let's talk about what's going on in the sports world. None of these things follow a pattern. The Dolphins beat the Ravens 22-10. That's one loss in the football pool. Okay, the next thing. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with your boy wonder, Tom Brady. You got the Washington football team. What's the name of their team, C?
They ain't got no name. The
They
Washington
ain't got
football
no
team.
name. You heard me, Shirley. You heard me, McPhee. You heard me, all y'all Washington supporters, Pastor. You know what I mean? I love you. You heard me, Mike. You don't got no name. You don't got no name. You knocked off the gorilla, Tom
The boy
Brady.
wonder, the NFL's little darling.
Yeah, that's 2 losses in your football team. Your football league. Let's go. The Saints played the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans, without the big boy Henry, the running back, still won 23-21. That's 3 losses in your on your page.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's prepared for that. Nobody picked the Dolphins to beat the Ravens. Nobody picked the Washington football team to beat the Buccaneers. Nobody picked the Titans to beat the Saints. Michael Singletary says it all the time. He reminded me, party on any given Sunday. Anybody can beat anybody. Let's move right along. Here's a drum roll, please. The Cowboys played the Falcons. Okay, the Cowboys won. Hey, good job, everybody out there. Gary Johnson, my good friend. Good job, Russ. Good job, Hayes, Janice Green, Bilal, all you Cowboys supporters. Good job. Congratulations. Y'all won 43-3.
Now, you know, I ain't no Cowboy supporter or nothing like that, but that was a beating. Y'all ain't just win. Y'all just beat They should have turned the lights off in the stadium. That was such a bad beating. Anybody that's a Falcons fan, be ashamed. Be very ashamed.
Hey, let me hit you with something, though. I just wanted to tell y'all, man, congratulations, Cowboy fans. Y'all gonna win the Super Bowl.
Going to hell for that one, but you ain't heard it from me.
That's why nobody like me now, right, baby? Hey, Mike, I hear what I told him. I said, Cowboy fan, y'all gonna win the Super Bowl. Every time the Cowboys win a couple games, they tell them they're gonna win the Super Bowl. That's the funniest thing. Hey, Cox! That's the funniest thing that I ever heard. Every time the Cowboys win a couple games, they say they're gonna win the Super Bowl. They ain't won a Super Bowl in damn near 3 decades. So much for that. Let's move along. Now, I want you to know. The Ravens lost to the Dolphins. That's one I had wrong. CC had it wrong too. Tampa Bay lost to the Washington. CC had it wrong. I had it wrong. The Greek had it wrong. The Saints lost to the Titans without Henry. That's 3 that our panel had wrong in a row. A lot of people said the Cowboys could win, but nobody predicted 43-3.
Yeah.
Before we get into the 5th game, now here's this. The Browns, the Gorilla Browns, played the bum Patriots. The Browns played the Patriots. The Patriots beat them 45-7.
What Cam say? I'm back.
I'm back. Oh, Lord. 43-7. No, but so actually, as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losses you may have. Now we all took the Bills. Congratulations, stalwart, for y'all getting back on track. The Bills beat the Jets.
Yeah, that's my second team. I knew Josh Allen was gonna get the job done. So that I had that one.
We like we like the Bills, not only because they're a good team and they're gonna have to be reckoned with when you get to the playoffs, but the class act that they did with Lamar and his after knocking our brains out, beating us in the playoff and donating all that money
to his charity. Class act, Josh Allen and company.
Class act. Who does that? I've never heard of that. Okay, the Colts beat the Jaguars. That was a toss-up. All right, that was a good one. Now, here we go. We finally there. Drum roll, please. The 0-8 Lions are playing the Gorilla Pittsburgh Steelers. 0-8, the winless Lions. So everybody know, even us people that don't like the Steelers, pick the Steelers. What are you doing? Football pool? Now, what we do is on down every Sunday, we have Who You With. Every Sunday at 11 o'clock, we come on and everybody gets to pick who are their teams are. We're really playing against the Greek. Daryl Wilkerson is what we call the Greek. He has his picks. You know what I mean? Cece has her picks. Everybody has a different opinion on how we do this thing. Me, I pick with my heart and how I feel. Cece pick off who hurt or not. Cece get her picks an injury report. I ain't gonna pick him because he hurt. He down. It's muddy. They never win in the rain. Something crazy like that, you know. So yeah. So that's what we do. Now Daryl Wilkerson picks because he does all the scenarios. Who's the new person? Who they got? What's the weather like? He call it. He fancies himself the Greek. He's been doing this for quite some time. He runs the pools and stuff at the job. So we let him pick his, but everybody's pool was destroyed. So Cox, that's exactly how we come up with it. Then we come back Monday at 11 o'clock and we discuss who won, how it looked, what you're going to have to say about the game. Move along. The Panthers played the Cardinals. No, before we got that, the Vikings and the Chargers. The Chargers was 6-3. Vikings had 3 wins. The Vikings knocked the Chargers' brains out. Nobody picked that. Let's get to the Panthers and Cardinals. Cardinals got 1 loss against the Panthers. As my wife said, Cam Newton says, I'm back. When he came there and dug in them. He knocked their brains out. Knocked their brains out 34-10.
That was a beating.
Eagles and the Broncos. The 3-win Eagles played the 5 wins Bronco. The Eagles beat them 30-13. Never beaten.
Beaten.
Here in Seattle, a lot of people pick Seattle, even against the Packers. We wasn't sure if Aaron was going to play because him immunized. him not vaccinated, but him immunized. You lying snake. Lying snake. You ain't vaccinated. They asked him the question. They said, are you vaccinated? He said, yes, I'm immunized. Man, this and drum roll, please. Let me get to you. Are you vaccinated? Yes, I'm immunized. He even tricked me with a play on words. Never tricked my wife because my wife knows the difference between immunization and being vaccinated. I know it too if it's presented to me when it's time for me to answer a question. But the question was, are you vaccinated? He said yes. They ain't say nothing about immunized, right, see?
Right.
What's the difference between the two, see?
Vaccination is getting immunity through getting a vaccination, getting a shot. A person who's immunized, immunization usually comes through vaccination, but a person can also be exposed to the virus and build up antibodies and consider themselves to be immunized.
Now, after going through the immunization process, and he told the league what he was doing, this is Aaron Rodgers right now. He told them that he got immunized. Do you accept that as a format for me being able to play the game? What did the league tell him?
He was out there playing. He was out there. So, well, let's just say this. The league knew all the time that he hadn't been vaccinated. The commissioner knew. The team knew. You know what I'm saying? But because he's Aaron Rodgers, they let him continue to play until it came out. Once he got sick with COVID, then they had no other choice but to come out and say what it really was, that he had not been vaccinated.
So the league knew that he was running around on the sidelines with no mask. The league knew that he was doing interviews with no mask. The league knew that he was over there hugging fans and taking pictures and all that kind of stuff, and he with no mask, and he had not been vaccinated. They knew that this skunk was doing this, and in no time did they ever feel that it was a precedence for them to go off and say you need to stop, did they?
Absolutely not. Privileged.
See the paper? See the paper? See the color of the paper? That's all you can say.
Yeah. That's all you can say. But let's talk about that game though, baby. First of all, the Seahawks and the Packers.
That's what I said. What game?
I don't think, and I know I haven't been watching sports as long as you, but I don't think that I've ever seen what Russell Wilson, get shut out 0-17 was the score. The Packers won, but that game was not something that y'all should really be running around, proud of and all of that. Because let me tell you something, that game was like watching paint dry. Nobody even really scored until the Packers had 3 points, and the rest of their points they made halfway through the fourth quarter. And these are supposed to be two of the best quarterbacks in football.
Yeah,
They're
right.
supposed to be the threat and all of that, but neither one of them looked like a threat yesterday.
I'm gonna tell you how funny it was. How about that one series that we saw? First of all, they on the 10-yard line. Russell Wilson, he goes aside. He getting tackled. Instead of throwing the ball away or something, he jumps up and throw an interception in the middle of the end zone.
In the middle of
the ball back, marches downfield. He get ready to get sacked. He jumps up and throws the interception in the middle of the end zone. And then the next time play, they do the interception back. It was 3 interceptions in a period of and three sets of downs, 3 series. So we're talking about in a period of 8 minutes, the ball was turned over 3 times by these elite quarterbacks.
Right. But if that would have been Lamar that did that, it would have been front page headlines today. Every time Tom Brady threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter, that would have been Lamar. That would have been all they talk about is he ain't who y'all thought he was.
And Tom Brady lost 2 of his last 3 games, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he lost last week and he lost this week. You can't follow that fine. Okay, CC, that was who we just talking about? Seattle and the Packers. Okay. Now we got into the Chiefs. The Chiefs are now 6-4. They beat the Raiders. Beat Daryl's Raiders. Knocked their brains out to be exact. You know what I mean? Knocked their brains out. And so guess what now? Now they the new superstar team. Now they're gonna win the Super Bowl again. That's crazy.
Right, when just last week, when Patrick Mahomes was looking crazy and losing and all of that, they was like, oh, the Chiefs, they done threw their season away. As soon as he win a game, he back to being a boy wonder. Don't take much. One thing I always say, one thing about these sports fans, what have you done for me lately?
Now let's get to Mr. Cox, my good friend, who made an important point here. Ravens just now lost. All you Raven fans over there because the Ravens lost a game, now you want to get out. I don't want to be on the team no more. I'm scared to even move the darn thing over, but I ain't gonna say nothing to my wife. But anyway, leave it just like it is and keep sliding my chair over here to try to get in the center. But here's what's going on. Let me start reading the standings to you for the teams in the division. Okay. Your AFC East at this time, first of all, shout out to my lovely wife and engineer, Cece. She puts together all this paperwork, puts together all these stats. She's the engineer. She runs all the shows. She advertises everything. And she's the engineer all doing the show. She does a really good job with this. I am what I am. Handsome dude. I get up here, sit in the middle of the darn picture and just talk. So I gave him the gift of the game, but I got it. This is all I do. This is what I do. 10 minutes ago, I was in bed. 10 minutes ago, literally, right? See? 10 minutes ago, I was in bed.
No lies detected.
I don't know what our water bill is because some things that I have helped. As I say, I just need you to keep I pay the mortgage, the car payments, and all that kind of stuff like that. My wife pay the water bill, the gas, and electric, the cell phones, and all that kind of stuff, insurance. She keep all that off. I pay the big bill. She pays that. I don't know what the water bill is because my wife is real funny with that. She's always in the shower. I don't know how many. Hey, Robbie. Good morning, Taste Family Party. We fans know what we talk about. That's what's up, Big Rob. Big Rob was he's my boyhood friend of over 50 years. We grew up together. We've been running together over 50 years. Everywhere, good and bad. Hanging on the corner at Genie's store drinking, robbing, pillaging, plundering, going to jail together. We've done all those kind of things. Robert Peace is a prime example of rehabilitation. So when everybody out there starts talking about all out past them what we do. My wife gets with me when I drift off and stuff like that, but she understands I share my story because there may be somebody out there at any podcast or any time or any corner or any time in my ear that want to hear. I'm an ex-dope fiend, crack addict, alcoholic, jailbird thug. Once again, I'm West Baltimore Party Marty. I'm an ex-dope fiend, crack addict, alcoholic, jailbird, 131 pounds with a 29 waist, sitting over there in jail with attempt murder thug. Now I'm a prominent member of society. I'm retired from the state of Maryland. I have an awesome wife, beautiful wife too. I own the largest black kids party rental company in Baltimore, Washington, D.C. area, Party Marty's Moon Bouncers. And I'm a success story, and I'm a good man. And if it ever sounds like I'm bragging on my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, because I am. Robbie Peace out of all of us. Robbie, we didn't even go to school. Isn't that funny, Cherie, when I start talking about, Sherry, how I talk about when Robbie came. Remember, he was a neighborhood thug. Him and Andre Murphy. He was running around. They were just neighborhood thugs. Robbie went to jail when we was all going to jail and stuff like that. The difference with Robbie is he went to jail and got a bachelor's degree. He came out of jail while everybody was still kicking it and thinking we was going to get back and get more packages. And Robbie went over there and got his master's degree. So if you're in West Baltimore and you don't know this and stuff like that, you may see Robbie kicking it and all that. Robbie got a master's degree. We ain't talking about no stay home online master's degree. I went to college. Then got out of college and went back to college. Just like me, dope fiend, crack addict, jailbird, alcoholic, thug, with a master's degree. You're going to tell the story, tell the whole story. We use Sundays as our time to entertain, sports, enjoy ourselves, right, baby? We just get out there and enjoy ourselves. You know what I mean? When we start talking about football, we don't really give a damn who won. Give a damn who won the basketball game. All we want to do is find a reason to get out there and enjoy ourselves. Me and Robbie been playing sports in our little undefeated football team in the neighborhood. We was gorillas. We never lost. Shout out James Mosier Little League Association in the field they play on. We grew up playing football there. Got older, we did different things. But to everybody, let me leave you alone. To each and every person that's scared to tell their story to help somebody, shame on you. You want everybody to think that everything is peaches and cream and all great, shame on you. Telling them lies. Me and CC, you see us, we on top of things. We fleeting there. We doing good. But you don't think she get on my damn nerves sometimes? You think she got a 60-some-year-old husband and try to sometimes think he her damn father? I don't get on her damn nerves sometimes. Got the same ups and downs that everybody else have. Sports is the vehicle we use that we can get to relax and enjoy ourselves. Enjoy the sports game. The Ravens lost. I ain't gonna follow them no more. Now, to Cox's point right here. Hey, Big Cuz, thanks for getting in there.
Hey,
Grace and mercy. To Cox's conversation, let's tell you where we at. This is the AFC East. The AFC East is led by the Buffalo Bills. Second place is the Patriots, the Dolphins, and the Jets. That's the AFC East with 6 wins and 3 losses. Let's get to the AFC North. The AFC North is led by the Baltimore Ravens. All y'all just running around talking about the Ravens lose the game. The AFC North is led by the Baltimore Ravens. 6 wins and 3 losses. So let's go up top. The AFC East is led by the by the Bills at 6 and 3. The AFC North is led by the Ravens at 6 and 3. So therefore, i.e., the AFC South, the Titans are 8 and 2. The AFC West, the Chiefs have 6 wins. So just like Cox said, are y'all not listening when y'all run around? Well, did you think the Ravens were going to be undefeated? I mean, if that's what it is, then I agree with you. Damn the Ravens. They didn't win the game. Like Cox said, we are the division leaders. And y'all running around town. I ain't gonna follow the Ravens no more. I turned them off. I ain't gonna look at football. Go ahead. What's your real team? Pull your Steelers jersey from underneath of your bed, you snakes. You feel me? That's your real team. Pull your Steelers jersey out. You in a good position right now. Y'all tied. Y'all had a tie. I'm going to hell for that one, ain't I, y'all? Yeah, y'all had a tie. Play with your real team. You know what I mean? The Steelers. Hey, y'all, let's move along. Hey, Cox, yeah, we're in first place in the division, man. I don't paying them no mind, man. Just keep a bunch of confusion going. Always trying to figure out everything that's wrong. The sky is falling. Well, I said it best. We stunk the place up Thursday. We lost, and so did a lot of people. Read that, baby. Please.
What are they going to call the James Mosher League now that the name of the school has changed? The league is staying the same. The league name is staying the same. Just the school name changed.
Yeah, the school name changed. They didn't change the name of the league or the field or anything like that. Gina had we did a live podcast from there, and that's a good question because we all wanted to know, Rob, and that's what they said it's going to stay the same. Okay, y'all, we're not just a football podcast. Who you with has to do with a lot of things. You know, LeBron James and my LeBron James and the Lakers really struggling. They won last night, but LeBron isn't playing, so it's harder and harder. But there's no more gorillas out there. We picked up a new gorilla now. So let's let my wife get in there and do her thing. You're welcome, Robbie. Thank you for participating, Robbie, and being my first guest on Who You With? Called Robbie, told him I needed somebody. He was there for the first episode. The first thing we do, he'll be chiming in on Sundays and joining us. I'm gonna let Cece. I'm gonna bow out to my wife right now because my wife has bragging rights in the house. Who's your two favorite?
Let me just say this. And all transparency and fairness, both of them lost last night.
Okay.
They both lost last night, but anybody that know me with my basketball picks, first of all, you know, me and Steph Curry, we friends till the end. I don't care if they lost. They still got the best record. They 10-2, I believe. And they lost to the Charlotte Hornets last night.
Bums!
Yeah. Just like
knock their brains out.
Bums sometimes win the game too. And the Greek Freak, everybody know me and Giannis, we like this. But they lost. I don't even remember who they played last night, but I do know they lost.
Bums.
Let me tell you now, don't play. And I'm gonna let y'all know what's gonna happen. The game that I'm excited to see will be the one that's going to come on tomorrow. Will be the Nets against the Warriors.
Yeah, Kyrie and them. The Kyrie-less Nets.
They ain't nothing. They got a disadvantage. We the clay-less Warriors too, so we got a disadvantage. So let's see who can play best with their handicap.
That's what I love
Kevin
about
Durant ain't got no business. The net, I ain't gonna blame it all on Kevin Durant because I ain't gonna hate on the man, even though he ain't my favorite. He does his job, but with all the firepower, even without Kyrie, the Nets have a significant amount of firepower. They got some stars, they got some heavy hitters over there. You know what I'm saying? They got James Harden. Who else they got? Do they have Blake Griffin?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have some really good players over there, even outside of Kevin Durant. So
they got Aldridge, they got a gang, and they got Patty, they got a gang of hitters now.
So I think they should be able to compensate for the loss of Kyrie better than they doing. And everybody want to praise Kevin Durant. I ain't gonna take nothing from the man, but at 7 feet tall, all you gotta do is reach your hand up for real. Like, it don't take no real special skill set. You gotta have some skills. Don't get me wrong, but you know, Kevin Durant is usually the tallest man on the floor for real.
Yeah, run tell that you ain't allowed to bet. I want to make a point of this. I want y'all to know, like I'm saying, it's not a black show or white show. It's an informative show. It's not a male show or a female show. Y'all see, my wife knows just as much about sports as me. She knows it from a different perspective. She reads. She's a geek. She gets her sports when she reads. She figures out who's going to win according to who's hurt, where they playing, what's the weather, all that kind of stuff. I bet on my heart who I think should win. So, all these things is just, as we were showing you, picks didn't have anything to do with nothing. You know what I mean? You just can't figure out who's going to win all the time by who got the better team. It just doesn't work. CC has the last couple MVPs up under her belt. You know what I mean? The Greek Freak and the little fella, both lost.
Yeah.
Tom Brady, 2 in a row, both lost. 2 losses in a row. Dallas Cowboys look good on paper till they get into the playoffs. Then they ain't a playoff team. It got a hat on. This signifies it. There it is. You see that? You see that? That's all it is. Bugs Bunny. Sports. That Bugs Bunny up there playing basketball. Yeah, this is from what's that thing called?
Space Jam.
Space Jam. You know what I mean? My wife comes home with stuff like this for me. She's saying, I thought you would like this, baby, so I got it. Look crazy as hell, you know what I mean? Until I start putting it on. I like it. Thank you, baby.
You're welcome, baby. But just like you said, we always try to remind everybody, we all got our picks. We all have who we like. We all got who we with, but at the same time, this is not Little League. You know what I'm saying? This is not like it's a professional sports team playing against the guys down Cloverdale. You know what I'm saying? They all professional sports team. They in the league for a reason. So even the Lions gonna win a game sooner or later. You know what I'm saying? The more you play, the more you get a little better, figure a little something. They figured out how to tie with the Steelers. So next time, who they play next? I don't even know who their next game is, but they might figure out how to win the next game. Everybody. So it's always, you can go with the stats. You can go with what you know about the players. You can go with your heart. You could be like me and read catch-up battles. But at the end of the day, anybody, and this is for them, their job. Anybody can have an off day at work. You know what I'm saying? All of us have been at work and had a day that was like, I got to be here because it's my job, but I ain't here. And sometimes that's what happened, I'm sure, to athletes as well. You can have somebody, the Steph Curry, putting up 50 points in a game, and then the next game, excuse me, he might put up 25 points. You know what I'm saying? So it's just not an exact science on any of this. So it's just any given Sunday, any given whatever day, your team can go down.
And the team, in the game that he put up the 50 points, he lost. In the game that he put up the 20 points, he won.
Yep.
Yeah, you just never know. Hey, let me tell you
everybody always put all the pressure on the superstars, but and to whom much is given, much is required. So they do have a bigger burden to carry than the people on the bench or whatever. But at the same time, basketball, football, baseball, they team sports. So if every member of the team don't contribute, the outcome may not be favorable because everybody got to do their part.
The Braves won this year in baseball. They haven't won in 28, 29 years. And they beat the payrolls of teams like Boston, the Yankees, the Dodgers. Payrolls is astronomical. One time they always talk about how bad the Orioles look. But one time I was at a game and with Michael Singletary. We was at the game. And I looked at we was playing the Yankees. That's a big shot game to go to. Do you know I looked at this, they got the big scoreboard out there. This was so long ago. The Orioles had Adam Jones. Adam Jones was batting 304. He was batting third or fourth cleanup. 304. Do you know from 1 through 7 on the Yankees team, everybody up to the 7th batter was batting 300. was batting 300. We got one 300 hitter. They got 7. You feel me? 7. This is so funny when I laugh at these kind of things. They showed a starting statistic back that year. The Yankees had 3 players there. I think it was Rodriguez, Rivera, the reliever, Jeter, something like that. They had 3 players on their team that made more than the whole organization for the Orioles. They had 3 players that made more than the team, the coaches, the bat boy, the guy that's parking the car, somebody that's selling the popcorn. It's hard to compete in the market against that. But it shows that it does not mean you're going to win, because the Dodgers' payroll is astronomical and they lost. They just now picked up Mookie, that little bad bastard, see? You know what I mean? And they lost. Last year it worked, they won. This year they lost.
Mm-hmm.
No guarantees, no exact science to winning.
It's not. And sometimes, it just boils down to who the hungriest. Sometimes teams win so much until they just get lackadaisical. They just take it for granted that they going to win. You know what I'm saying? We going to win because we got Mookie. We going to win because we got LeBron, the little fella, the Greek freak. Lamar going to save the day. Sometimes people just get too comfortable and laid back. And sometimes they need to lose to get that little shocker that you can be beat. You know what I'm saying? You got to come out there and put your best foot forward in every game. Whether you playing the 0-8 Lions or whether you playing the Cardinals that only had 1 loss up until last night. You got to play with the same amount of go get it as you do any other time. And sometimes these teams forget it. They just get comfortable. They think that they just like the Ravens. I love my Ravens, but the Ravens always think that they can come from behind because they got Lamar and he going to use his legs to beat them. Well, suppose, you know what I'm saying? Look, John Harbaugh said, anytime you call Lamar, he ain't working, he sleep. You know what I'm saying? So suppose Lamar ain't get enough sleep last night. You know what I'm saying? Suppose he tired. Suppose he worn out from all these games going into overtime. Then somebody else have to step up. Biggest thing that I see that's going on with the Ravens is that offensive line, they got to do better, first of all. They got to protect Lamar better than they doing. Everybody just running through them like it ain't nothing. And then the defense with these missed tackles and all of this stuff, I mean, Marlon Humphrey, to me, is one of the best that ever done it. But last 3 games, I'm looking at him. He ain't been himself. He ain't been himself. And everybody, that's why if one person could win the game, then there will be one person on the team. That's why you have all these people playing all these different positions, because everybody has a different job to contribute to that win. And when everybody don't do their part and too much of the weight is put on one person, that's what happened. And sometimes they need that wake-up call.
I'm going to tell you something else, too. Good point, see? Y'all don't realize the Ravens, once again, have set an all-time record on players being injured. We hold a league record again this year on players being injured. And guess what? Elliott just went down. He's our hard-hitting gorilla. Elliott just went down. We ain't talking about that. We have now, they said we have 9. Who ever heard of this? We have 9 starters. 9 people that will be starting this out for the season. Not 9 players, 9 starters. Peters, Dobbins, Edwards, just gorillas. Elliott. Gorilla after gorilla. You know what I mean? And we still hanging in there. And all y'all doing is talking about, some of y'all is just complaining about how we doing. And Cox said it best. We the first place division leaders. And you figuring out what's wrong with that.
Now, everybody know, anybody that's a Ravens fan, of course, we all know the one of the big things that we love about the Ravens is they always operate with the next man up mentality. You know what I'm saying? The people that's on the practice squad, they ain't sitting there saying, oh, I'm just going to be on this practice squad forever. They know that when your number's called, be ready. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's a lesson that anybody can take in sports or in life. You know what I'm saying? When your number is called, be ready. Stay ready.
Let's
You don't have to
let's
get
say,
ready.
yeah. What about who was the gentleman that was in the car accident, baby, from Oakland?
Rugs. Yeah.
Ruggs. He's their gorilla, their receiver. Did you notice that Oakland was not ready? They ain't have nobody else to go to now that he's gone. If you watch Oakland and the Chiefs the other day, they didn't have a plan B. They used to that speedster over the top. After him, all they had to do was stack the line. They ain't had nobody that was going to go deep and knock their brains out. So a lot of times, y'all, ain't got nothing to do with your record. It's who did you play? Pittsburgh Steelers fans, your season is over. Not because you're playing bad ball, not because your team's not looking good. Look at your schedule. Everybody out there in podcast land, Google it. Google the Pittsburgh Steelers schedule from here on out. It's like murderer's row. It's like the day you fighting Al Capone, tomorrow Bugsy Siegel, the next day Machine Gun Floyd, then Pretty Boy Floyd, then Machine Gun Kelly. They ain't played us yet. They gotta play us twice. They gotta play every gorilla. They gotta play the Chiefs. They gotta play gorilla after gorilla. You ain't got a snowball chance in hell of winning all them games. Ain't that many upsets. Ain't that many upsets and freaks out there. Exactly. You know what I mean? Your strength of schedule is just too much for you to have a chance. And Ben gonna be steady taking shots on those games.
Yeah.
So
they got the Chargers, the Bengals, and the Ravens. The next three. I think that's the next three.
Say it again.
The Chargers. Yep, the Chargers, the Bengals, the Ravens.
Who they got after that?
They got the Vikings, the Titans, the Chiefs, the Browns, and the Ravens again.
You're done, son. You're done. You're done. I don't care what kind of football you're playing. You're done. You got snowball chance in hell of winning with a schedule like that left.
Especially after that bad investment that they made. And what bad investment am I talking about, baby? You know?
His name is Lil Ben. One more. Lil Ben. Y'all put more money into that. You didn't groom it. And when he gets hurt, you go down with the same quarterback. Rudolph. What's his name?
Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, he couldn't even beat a team that was winless. He tied with him. That's your second string quarterback. I don't know if y'all know the Ravens' second string quarterback would start on most teams.
Yes,
and he comes in playing the exact same style of play that Lamar played. Run the ball, throw the ball. Run the ball, throw the ball. He young, we prepared.
Yeah,
I ain't trying to say, oh, well, we win next year. I want to win this year and next year. Y'all ain't put no eggs in that basket. Hey, CC.
None.
You got any topics you want to talk about in sports before we get out of here? So that y'all know, my wife has this thing that goes on 11:54. I got 1 hour. Mm-hmm. We got 5 days that we do these podcasts. 5 days. So she said on, Sunday and Monday she'll participate, but we got 1 hour. So you got 5 minutes, CC. You got anything you want to talk about?
Yeah, I think I pretty much covered it, but I just wanted to, just to point out to everybody that the era of the super team is over. In all sports. The era of the super team is over. We looked at basketball. We looked at the Nets stack up and get Kyrie and James Harden along with Kevin Durant, and nobody thought that anybody would ever be able to beat that. That was a hell of a front three right there. But all these, anything can happen. First of all, and that we living in this time of COVID. So people coming in and out, back and forth with these different mandates. They don't want to get vaccinated. They catching COVID, all this kind of stuff. So that in and of itself is a game changer. And just the fact that that everybody is good. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's playing hard. Nobody want to be the bum forever. You know, everybody getting in there doing their thing. Even these teams that little to no recognition. I mean, shit. Look at Charlotte Hornets last night. You know, I would have never thought that they would be able to beat Golden State. You know what I'm saying? But they beat them by about 20 points, I think. No, that wasn't them. They beat them by 3 points, but the Greek Freak and them got beat by Atlanta.
Yeah.
20 points.
They was down 24 points at one time.
Yeah, 20 points. So, I mean, I just say that to say that root for your team, wear your colors, put your Steelers pajamas on, you know what I'm saying? Fly your flags on your car. But anybody can go down, you know, and I think that to me, that's what makes these seasons more exciting than any of the rest of them, because you really got to just take a wait and see approach, because there's nothing that's etched in stone, and anybody can go down at any given time.
On that note, that says it. We up there. We got our last couple minutes. I want to let y'all know. I want to thank y'all for allowing us into your home, on your radio, into your man cave, the she shack, on your computer. Thank you for allowing us on Who You At into your living room again. And just like I always say, no matter what, when you're watching these games and stuff like that, man, just enjoy the game. Enjoy the game. Who the hell cares who won? You're just enjoying the game. That's all that should count. In my gladiator voice, are you not entertained? In my gladiator voice, are you not entertained? One more, are you not entertained? That's all. These people out here hurting themselves, breaking their legs, tearing Achilles' heels, pulling their back out, getting knocked unconscious, just so they can entertain us on Sunday. And you run around talking about they didn't win, I'm mad at them. Man, shame on you, man. Shame on you. You have been talking about, yeah, but look at all that money you make. Who cares? Earl Campbell can barely walk now from the shots he took. They've been talking about how they look. You look at them guys be 37 years old, looking like they 50. Steroids in their knees.
Right. And doing irreparable damage to their bodies. You know what I'm saying? Taking all those hits and stuff like that. Don't for 1 minute think that later on in life that this stuff ain't gonna come back. You know, the NFL had all these people with CFE or whatever, the people from the concussions. That's why they got stricter with the concussion protocol. But you know, these people are really doing damage to their body that could be lifelong, and it could be they're the breadwinners for their family. So if they go out, they get hurt, they can't play again, it's affecting the whole family.
Generational wealth. That gentleman that went over there, that from Oakland, that had the accident and crashed his car, always first of all, shout out, sad to hear about the lady and her dog. Y'all see how I feel about my dog. That lady that he ran into going to 150 some miles an hour, the car exploded and died, and her dog was killed. I love my wife and kids and everything like that, but just in case you don't know, I love my damn dog too. I mean that. Don't find out the hard way about me and my dog. I'll literally murder the shit out you about my dog. Do something to my dog, speeding up the street all crazy, hit my dog, or think it's funny to throw a stick at him. That's why I got myself that gun. But somebody's dead about that. Now, generational wealth. Here go a man that's going to sign for $60 to $80 million. Now sitting over there in jail. You affected not only your family, young man, your grandkids, your great grandkids now will never be the same. You had a chance of getting everybody out of the ghetto and being there, but you speeding around the car, going 150 miles an hour. You need to kill somebody, first of all, you damn fool.
And the girl that was sitting next to you, enjoying all the perks that your illustrious career provided, now she turning on you.
She gonna sue the shit out you.
Yeah.
Now, she ain't gotta worry about you being a millionaire. She got her own millions of dollars.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, anyhow, my wife tells me it's time to get out of here because she gives me 1 hour. And let me show you what time it is now, in case you don't know. I'm just the man cave, but read the sign. The bar is now officially open. That's all we have time to do. So, as I always leave, everything with me is Ravens. Here it is, as they teach us. Up to it, down to it. Fuck those who don't do it. We do it because we used to it. Go Ravens, drink motherfuckers drink. I'm Party Marty, that's my time. May the work I've done speak for me. May the life I've lived speak for me. When I'm resting in my grave, oh Lord, may they all say, may the service we give on these podcasts speak for me. Hands up, everybody out there, hands up. Thank you again for allowing us into your home. Thank you again from CC Tates, the engineer from Party Marty, your host. Peace out. Guess what? Another great episode of Who You With? Hey, I'm Party Marty. Kenny Davis, take us home. President accounted for. Now go out and have a great day on purpose. I'm Party Marty. That's my time. I'm out.